Well, howdy there, folks. So this is your host, ID Jester. Welcome to Oakland Coliseum in Oakland, California for today's matchup. This is a game played April 7th, 2015 between the 1-0 Texas Rangers and the 0-1 Oakland Athletics. On the mound today for Texas will be Colby Lewis, and in on the mound for Oakland will be Jesse Hahn. These are historic lineups based upon the actual game that was played. And what I'm going to be doing from now on, after talking about it with some of my other baseball player fans out there, it looks like what I'm going to do is just go back to what I was doing before. Because Inside Pitch gives you access to all the players that played on the team, what I'm going to do is basically relive the game more historically and bring in just the players that played during the game. Now, obviously, if there's an injury or something, then I'll bring in somebody that maybe didn't didn't play in the game or something. But when we're talking about yeah, pinch hitting or pulling pitchers for other pitchers, I'm going to be doing it more based upon what happened in the actual game. So I think that'll help. Just for me, clearing up some of the issues I have with inside the pitch, just giving you access to all the players when you should only have access to a 25-man roster, to especially here in the beginning of the season. So again, what I'm going to do is just Colby Lewis will be starting for Texas, and then when he's tired or needs replaced, then I'm probably going to be bringing in one of the pitchers that came in um, during the actual game from the actual historic game. I might not bring them in the exact order. Again, the pinch hitters, I might not do the same order as those either. But I'm going to try and use the same players that actually played in the game, and hopefully that'll work out for us. So let's take a look at Jesse Hahn here. First appearance, he was 6-6 with a 3.35 ERA and only 96 innings pitched. Gave up 88 hits, struck out 64, walked 24. And we'll look at Colby Lewis. Can we? We'll wait until they're on the out on the out on defense, so that way we can look at his stats. All right. So batting first today for Texas will be Leons Martin. He's batting 400 here. Played 2 games so far, or this is his actual second game. 5 at bats, 1 run, and batting 400. In real life, he played in 95 games. He had 25 RBIs, 5 home runs, 14 stolen bases, and a 219 average. So let's get this game going here. Before we do, though, let's take a look at Oko Coliseum. I'm hoping I'm Oko. It's a -2 for strikeouts, no adjustment to walks, no adjustment to home runs. If we look at the range for Oakland here, we have 3 for Zubrist, which is average. Flood, 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 not sure. He's got excellent. Gentry is average. Lowry's average. Semin is below average. Syndergaard is above average. Davis above average. Hahn, the pitcher, below average. And Volt is below average. So if we add these up, it's going to be 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. So they're basically an average range team. They do have some really good ones, but they also have some kind of average or below average. As far as errors go, Zubrist 10, which is a little crazy. Gentry, which has got a 20, which is absolutely crazy. Semin a 13, Lowry a 13. Uh, that's pretty high. A 20, I've never seen a 20. This is the first 20 I've ever come across. So Gentry there um, in right field. Wow. So that's maybe why Oakland didn't quite have the season that they wanted in 2015. Again, this game being played April 7th, 2015. Right, so that's their defensive lineup. About average in range, and I would say definitely well below average in errors. So we'll see if that comes back to bite them. Right, so the first pitch today coming from Jesse Hahn to Leon's Martin. 4-2 against the lefties, a blank. And a 51 is a good ball to short.
Out!
7 makes the play. Over to Davis, 1 out. Next up, Elvis Andrus. Played in 160 games, had 62 RBIs, 7 home runs, 25 stolen bases, 258 average. So far, he's had 1 stolen base and 1 run in our replay here. Let's take a look at what Jesse Hahn can do against Elvis. 1-3, and even with the extra plus, the K plus, it's still not a strikeout. 56, that's going to be a fly ball to Flood in center field. All right, next up is Prince Fielder. Everyone knows Prince. Played 158 games, so almost all the games. Let's see, what was he? 98 RBIs, 23 home runs, no stolen bases, 305 average. Very respectable season for Prince Fielder there. So 2 outs in the top of the first, 1-1, and no strikeout. 23, and that's going to be a ground ball over to Davis at first. All right, our first chance to look at Colby Lewis. Colby Lewis was 17-9 on the season. Had a 4.66 ERA, 204 innings pitched. Gave up 211 hits, 142 strikeouts, 40 base on balls. He'll be facing off against Sam Flood, who is had 3 at-bats and nothing to show for it so far. His actual was 120 games, 22 RBIs, 2 home runs, 9 stolen bases, and a 197 average. Well, Colby Lewis looks into the sign, hits it, and the pitch. 44 against the lefty is nothing. And 65 against the righty is going to be a single. Past the second baseman. And right off the bat, Oakland wants to get things going fast this season. They're going to try a steal here. Well, before we actually do that, let's take a look at Texas defensive lineup. So range-wise, Rua is below average. Martin is excellent. Cho is average. Beltry is above average. Andrus is above average. Adore is average. Fielder is way below average. Lewis is way below average. And Corporan is also below average. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So -6 +1 +2, 3, 4. So they're actually a -2 if everyone was averaged. -2 in range, so just below an average ball team there. As far as errors, 0, 1, 3, 9, 7, 8, 18, 0, and 11. So outfield is excellent. Infield's a little shaky with errors. So if it's hit to the outfield, pretty much not going to be an error. If it's hit to the infield, there's a good chance of an error happening. And also a 11 there for the catcher isn't going to help. All right, Eric Sogard here Let's take a look at him. This is his second game, 3 at-bats, batting .333 in real life, 120 games, 37 RBIs, only 1 home run, 6 stolen bases, batted .247. Let's see how he fares against Colby Lewis. No outs, man on first. Oh yes, we were going to try a steal. And we rolled a 4, so 4 is going to be a stolen base for Sam Flood.
Safe!
And quickly, with no one out, we got a man on second. All right, windup and the pitch, a lefty again. 41 and no strikeout. Nice low against righties, Eric. 52 is going to be ground ball the second. Ground ball the second. And if it's hit to runners advance, the ball is hit to first, second, or catcher. So it is hit to second, so we will advance him. Out at first. 1 out, but man on third there, Sam Flood. I'm not sure if it's pronounced Flood or Flood. Anyways, he's on third base with only 1 out, and Ben Zobrist is stepping up. This is his second game, and he's had 3 at-bats, nothing to show for it. Real life, 126 games, 56 RBIs, 13 home runs, 3 stolen bases, 276 average. All pretty respectable numbers there. Colby Lewis with the windup and the pitch, 46. We're going to get our first ballpark check here. 64 is going to be S plus 7. So, S plus 4 shows all runners advance 2 bases. So, in trots Sam. And then, does he keep a single? If the roll is less than or equal to, then it's a double. Otherwise, it is a single. So, just a single for Ben Zobrist. Oakland's on the board here in the bottom of the first already. Next up, Billy Butler. This is his second game. 3 at-bats, nothing to show for it. Real life, 151 games, 65 RBIs, 15 home runs, no stolen bases, 251 average. And man on first. 6 and 3 is, again, no strikeout. 1-3, a ground ball to first. Trying for the double play. Nope, he is forced out.
Ow!
And fielder's choice. So Billy Butler able to beat out the double play. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Ike Davis, second game, and he has nothing to show for it so far. 72 games. 20 RBIs, 3 home runs, 0 stolen bases, 229 average. He's your first baseman for the Oakland Athletics. 41, no strikeout. And 32 is a liner to second base.
You're out!
Anador makes a catch, jumps up and snags that out of the air for the end, third out. All right, Adrian Beltre. This is his second game. He's had 4 at-bats. He scored an RBI, 250 average in real life, 143 games. He had 83 RBIs, 18 home runs, 1 stolen base, 287 average. Let's see if Beltre can do something with Jesse Hahn's pitch. 41. Well, we get to check out Oko Coliseum. 62. That's going to be a double.
And it's a double.
A double in the left field. Shin Cho. This is his second game. He's had 4 at-bats, 1 run, 1 RBI, and averaging 750. He's on a tear early in the season here. Real life, 149 games, 82 RBIs, 22 home runs, 4 stolen bases, and 276 average. Let's see if he can drive it around here. 61, and he is hit by that pitch. So Cho takes lots of hits, and we got first and second, nobody out there. Now batting, Ryan Rua. This is his second game, had 5 at-bats, nothing to show for it yet. In real life, 28 games, 7 RBIs, 4 home runs, no stolen bases, 193 average. Ryan Rua up with first and second. It's a 54, and we've got the bases loaded.
Outside! Base on ball.
And the crowd is a little on their edge here. Mitch Moreland. Mitch is second game. He's had 4 at-bats and batting .250. Real life, 132 games, 85 RBIs, 23 home runs, only 1 stolen base, 278 average. Mitch Moreland. Well, let's see if Jesse Hahn can settle down here. They're going to drive for a double play. There's no sense in playing him this early in the game. 44 against a lefty is nothing. 41 is a liner to Sogard at second base.
Out!
And they picked off the runner on first base.
Double play!
I'm sorry, it's second actually. So second base, 3 or 4. So lined it to Sogard. He flipped it over to Semin real quick, and they caught that runner leaning just a little bit off the base. And quite a play defensively to get that second out. Big now, just first and third with 2 outs. Big difference. Carlos Corporan. This is his first game. He's got nothing to show. This is his first at bat, as a matter of fact. Real life, he played 33 games, 15 RBIs, 3 home runs, 178 average. Well, he's got a chance for RBI here. Let's see what he can do. 25. Home run possibility. 16 is just outside the range. So no home run for Carlos. Not yet, anyways. 42. That's going to be a ground ball to Lowry.
You're out!
Who flips it over to first, and we have us the scoreless inning, which is quite surprising since they had bases loaded with no one out. So the crowd are very excited. All right, Brett Lowry, the 6th hitter, third baseman. This is his second game, third at bat. He's got nothing to show for it. Real life, 149 games, 60 RBIs, 16 home runs, 5 stolen bases, and a 260 average. Let's see how he does against Colby here. Colby Lewis with the pitch. Home run possibility? No, he gave up no home runs to right-handers the whole season. Wow, that is amazing. Well, good for him. But Lowry's going to have to do it the hard way, I guess, here. 33. Well, he's got himself a 8, which happens to be a double. He's going to hit himself a double into center field.
And it's a double.
And we've got a lot of big hitting going on here early in this game. And there we go. Steven Voigt. This is second game, second at bat, and batting .500. 136 real games, 71 RBIs, 18 home runs, no stolen bases, 261 average. Oh, he's got a chance at RBI here with no outs. No strategy. 53, and still not a strikeout to be had. 1-3. That's going to be a fly ball to right field.
You're out!
And is he going to advance? He is going to advance over to third.
Everybody clap your hands.
Marcus Simmons. This is his second game, and he's got nothing to show for it. 155 games and 45 RBIs, 15 home runs, 11 stolen bases, 257 average. And Marcus Simmons, 1 out, man on third. Can he drive that run in? Is the question. 4-3. When he got his bat on the ball, what did he do with it? 33. He hit it over to second base. Is the base runner going to go home? He's a pretty good base runner. He's at 4. Will the defense try for the auto out at first? No, they're going to try and throw him home. Let's try for it. Keep that run. All right, so if runner heads for home, if the D6 is higher than the base runner, then out. D6 is higher, 4, 5. So he got thrown out at home. Unfortunately, we can't actually click on the throw out button. If runner heads for home, D6 is higher than the base runner, then out. Otherwise, safe. So I guess we're going to have to force him out even though it was a throw out. All right. I don't know why they always do that. It's always grayed out. This is several times this has come up, but it's not a force out. It's got to be a throw out. But anyways, he was out.
You're out.
And fielder's choice allows Semin to get to first base. So close to getting that second run. Craig Gentry, he's had 4 at-bats, nothing to show for it. 26 games, 3 RBIs, 1 stolen base, 120 average. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. Oakland seems to have quite a few players on their team with pretty low averages here in the year, and not, like, less than 50 games for the season. So I don't know if they started with these players and then got some replacements, or if they got injured, or what happened to them. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. No strategy. 1-5. This is a range play. So again, Texas was, what did I say they were? 2 below, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6 below average, 1, 2, 3, 4 above. So they're -2 on their range. And 24 is going to be towards center, right field. So Chu, it's a 3, so that's going to be a single.
And a high shot down the right side.
And Senso Chu does not make the catch.
Moving over for it, and it's past him.
And Marcus Semien is going to advance from first all the way to third base. And first and third, 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup. Sam is 1 for 1 with a run today. The only run of the game. Let's see if he can continue his hot streak with men on first and man on second. 41, and still no strikeouts. 41, that's going to be a grounder to short.
Oh!
Ends the inning.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
Cannot do it. All right. Jesse Hahn's back out, and we have Odor here. This is his second game. He's got nothing to show for it. Real life, 120 games, 61 RBIs, 16 home runs, 6 stolen bases, 261 average. Well, Jesse Hahn with the pitch. 53, still no strikeouts. 44, that's going to be a pop-up to second base.
Out.
Sogard takes some steps back, and at the edge of the grass makes the catch. All right, back to the top of the lineup. 0 for 1 today. Martin, 24, and still no strikeouts. 42, that is going to be a ground ball to Semien.
Out.
Over to Davis for the second out. Elvis is up. Elvis has not left the building. It's 0 for 1. 54, and Elvis has walked.
Outside. Base on ball.
And coming up is Prince Fielder. No strategy. And that is going to be against a lefty. Is going to be a single. And Elvis going first to third as the ball was hit past the shortstop. And we got his first and third with 2 outs. Again, lots of hitting going on, not much scoring. Let's see if Adrian Beltre can change that here. First and third, 2 outs. Jesse Hahn gets his sign and the pitch. 32, error to throw possibility. 5-6, that's going to be into center field. He's got a 1 through 4. 5-6.
You're out.
And it's an out. All right, and they get out of the inning once again. Both teams teetering with putting some runs across, but only that run in the first so far. Bottom of third, Eric Sogard, 0 for 1. Lefty and playing second base today, 2-6. 2-6 is going to be a fly ball to center field.
You're out.
Ben Zobrist, left fielder. He'll be batting left today. He's a switch hitter, so he'll be batting left. 54, and still no strikeouts. 23 is a ground ball to Beltre. Beltre over to Prince Fielder. That's out number 2. Billy Butler, 0 for 1 today. Billy Butler, 44. He's a righty. There's our first strikeout. It took us to the bottom of the third inning.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
We finally got our first strikeout. All right, Senso Chu, who walked his first time up. Is that what happened? I believe it was. Facing Jesse Hahn for the second time today. 36. He is a lefty. Senso Chu grounds back to the pitcher.
Out.
For an easy out. And Jesse Hahn is going to be pitching to Ryan Rua, 0 for 0 with a walk. Oh, I know. Senso Chu got plunked. That's why he had nothing. That's what happened. He got hit by the pitch. Yeah, because he has a 20 on the hit by pitch. Ryan Rua, 3-4. 34, it's going to be a ballpark. So those blanks are going to be rare plays. So if we get a 6-1 or 5-2, that's a 3-4. It's going to be a ground ball to second base.
Out.
Sogard makes the play for the second out. And Mitch Moreland, 0 for 1 today. And no strikeout against the lefty. 63 is a ground ball to Semien. Semien over to first base for the out. And we're going to the bottom of the fourth inning. Low scoring, 1-0 game, but we have 4 hits for Oakland, 2 for Texas. Lots of runners left on base. 7 runners so far left on base. All right, Colby Lewis pitching out to Ike Davis, 0 for 1 today. That's a 52 and a 42. That's going to be a fly ball to right.
You're out!
All right, Brett Lowry 1 for 1 with a double. And this time he strikes out, and Colby Lewis.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Strikeout. Stephen Voigt. 2 outs. He's over 1. 51 and a wild pitch, which means nothing. 62. Error possibility. If it's hit to the infield, there is going to be a good chance. 53. That's going to be to shortstop. Andreas. And that is an error. He hits a 1 base. Stephen Voigt gets on as Elvis Andreas. Good old Elvis drops the ball. Couldn't quite get it out of his glove. Strategy-wise, 2 outs. Marcus Semin, 0 for 1 today. I think we'll just play this one straight up. 42. And that is going to be a ground ball to score.
You're out!
And over to first for the ending play. So top of 5, still 1-0. More runners left on base, 8 of them. All right, so it could be a 5-4 ball game at this point. All right, Carlos coming back up 0 for 1 today. 45. And Farnley, Jesse Hahn gets his
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Adore, and I'm not even going to pronounce his first name. Rugnid Adore? I'm not sure. But anyways, I know it's Adore. Let's see what he can do. He's 0 for 1 today. 54. And Adore is going to walk. He just walked right through that door. Adore did.
Outside. Base on ball.
Well, that's his 3rd base on balls so far. 1 out. No strategy. We'll just play this straight up with the top of the lineup coming up. 2-6. And a 45. That's going to be ground ball to second. And if his roll is less than, if its roll is greater, runner on first base. If it's greater than, it is, so he's going to advance.
You're out.
Out of first. All right, so quickly over to second was Adore. Kept him out of that double play. The only play was at first. All right, so 2 outs now. Another man on base. And it is 2 outs. And Elvis, good play there. Or I'm sorry, bad play. Made the error last half inning. Wild pitch, possibility. No wild pitch. 4-16, and that's 19. This blue dice has been high. 54, 5-4, and he's walked him.
Outside. Base on ball.
All right, Prince Fielder comes up. Man on first and second, 2 outs. Let's see if Texas can do something with it this time. 44 against the lefties, a blank. Prince Fielder gets a hold of one. He does get a hold of one into right field. 10 is a single. Check second die. Okay, so it was a single over here. We got to find out if second home Lead runner advances. Ball cut off. Trailing runner is caught in a rundown chart. Okay, so this is all going to be a little confusing, so we're just going to take our time for a second just to make sure we don't screw this up because it's going to be ultra important in such a close game. So, fielder single to right field. So first and second, second went to third, which is Odor. Now we're going to find out if he can go second to home. We look at the first die is a 6. We're going to check our second die. He's got a 5, so it's not less than 1 or greater than 6. So the die roll again is a 6. So the lead runner advances. So he's the lead runner, so he's gonna score. Now this guy on second, Elvis, is thinking about going to third. He is now, the ball was cut off. Instead of going home, pitcher grabs it, throws it over to third as Elvis is headed over there. Now they got him in a rundown. So we're gonna look at the rundown chart. And it's a 5. So if roll is greater than the base runner, then the base runner out, no advance for others. If roll is less than or equal to base runner, out, others advance. Okay, so I believe what happens, he gets in the rundown, and they finally get him out of third, and while they're doing this, sneaky little Prince Fielder looks like he's going to come in and get to second base. If roll is greater than base running, 5, it's not better than the 6. If roll is greater than base runner, out, no advancement of others. If roll is less than or equal to base runner, then runner out, others advance. So he's going to be picked off, which would be I guess a force out.
Out!
And that's going to end the inning because that was the second out. Yes, okay. So it didn't matter whether or not Prince Fielder advanced or not, but good play there. But Texas was able to get a run across in all that mess and tied the ball game up. All right, Craig Gentry, second time up for him today. He is 1 for 1. Facing off against Colby Lewis, 35. And a 44. And that's a liner to short.
Out!
Sam's back up. Sam Flood, whatever. Sammy. We're going to call him Sammy. Sammy's up. He's 1 for 2. Run scored. 6-6 a blank. And 35. That's going to be ground ball to second.
Ow!
And quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 31. And 1-2. That is against a righty. It's going to be a double in the left field.
And it's a double.
All right, so Eric Sogard has got base running of 4, so he can do the job if need be. It's up to Ben Zubris to get that run back. He's 1 for 2 today with an RBI, 45, and no strikeouts. 51. He hits a double. Back-to-back doubles into left field. Was that into left field? Let's see. Sogard. Yeah, left field. Okay, right there was. So he's 51.
And it's a double.
And they do get that They do get that run right back here in the bottom of the fifth, 2 outs. Billy Butler 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 51, uh-oh. 3 is a wild pitch.
Just a bit outside.
Wild pitch, and that advances the runner. 6-3, and no strikeout. 1-1, another double.
And it's a double.
Another double, and Billy Butler's on board with the double. That's 3 doubles.
Everybody clap your hands.
It's 3-1. Mike Davis 0 for 2 today. Let's see what he can do. Billy Butler only has a base running at 2. 1-5. A range play. This could hurt. Let's see who it goes to. Mike Davis hits at 225. That's going to be to Odor. Average range.
Hard ground ball up the middle.
And Odor backhands it, flips
That
it
is a really good play.
over to fielder and gets that all-important third out here. Stops the bleeding in the 5th inning, and 3-1 Oakland. 3 doubles and a single? 3 doubles and a wild pitch, I believe. So 3-1 Oakland. Let's see what Jesse Hahn can keep them down for a little while. Beltray 1 for 2 with a double. 35 and the range play. Oh, this could be 65. That's going to be a ground ball to Semin.
Hard ground ball up the middle.
Couldn't quite reach it. It gets under.
He doesn't have it.
And rolls into center field. We're going to try a pickoff. 14 is nothing. 32, error to throw possibility. 45, and this is going to be hit to Sogard. He's only got a 3, no error on the play. And it's not a ground ball, and this is higher than the runner. Roll is higher than the runner on first base, and forced out is at second. So it's a forced out at second. Fielder's choice, and 1 out. Still a man on first. Brian Rua 0 for 1 with a walk today. And he got himself a hit, or shot up the first base line right to Davis. Davis sees Semin covering second base, throws it over, and right back to him for a ground.
Holy cow, what a double play!
Double play to end the inning there. Bottom of 6, 3-1 Oakland. Brett Lowry steps in. 62 error possibility. 42. That's going to be into Cho's area. And 3, and Cho, I talked really good about the outfield. A 0, a 1, and a 3 earlier. And unbelievable, they make an error. And it looks like it's going to be a 2-base error. Holy cow. 2-base error on Cho, as he lost it in the, I was going to say lost it in the sun, but I guess this was a 7:05 start. Maybe there's still sun now? I don't think so. He lost it in the lights. There we go. That's what I meant to say. No strategy. 3-1. Man on second. No outs. Kobe Lewis. Steven 63. And pitcher's best friend, a strikeout.
The swing and a miss, he struck him out.
All right, Simmons back up. Marcus, who is 0 for 2. And I'm just going to put it straight up. And 1.
Outside! Base on ball.
So Kobe is officially tired. He is a righty. We have one more righty and then a couple lefties and then a switch hitter. So Colby, I think, will stay out there against the righty. 36. Error on a ground ball possibility. First and second, one out. 64. That's going to be a single. First, second to home, and nope. So bases loaded. That's it for Colby Lewis. That's it for Colby with two lefties coming up. Let's see. We're going to go to the bullpen here. We're going to go to the bullpen. And Colby here, just looking at my my list here from the players here. Looks like what they're going to do is they're going to bring in Keona Kila. Yeah, Keona Kila. Actually, what I think they're going to do is, I know he talked in the beginning about just bringing in pitchers that they brought in the normal game situation. But in this case, the pitchers that they brought in were all right-handers. So I don't have a choice of bringing in a lefty. So they would bring in a lefty if they're smart. So I'm actually going to bring in somebody that didn't play in the normal game, but he did play 54 games. So I'm sure he was on the team most of the season. So I am going to bring in the lefty, Sam Friedman, and have him pitch lefty on lefty here. 1 for 3 with a run. Is Sam. Bases loaded, one out. 34. Oh, shit. He just walked himself a runner in.
Walks, and that wasn't close.
All right. Still bases loaded. Playing back, trying to get that double play here. And his job was to get these two lefties out. For the love of God, get these two lefties out. 52. And, well, we got one of them out. And now we got to switch. He bends Zubris up. He hits much better against righties than he does lefties. More home runs. So they're going to leave him in. He's got one more batter, and then maybe a replacement at that point. So good thing they left him in, because they're going to get a fly ball to center field to end the inning.
Out.
Yes. Let's take a look at what you put on the board there for us. So, earned runs would be 3. I think that's right. Okay. All right. 4-1, top of 7 here. Jesse Hahn. They'll leave him in against the lefty, and then we'll go from there. 62. That is a nothing. And that's a fly. No, fly to right field. All right, so he's officially now tired. They got a switchy, and then a lefty, and then a lefty, then a righty, then a lefty. So if he get by the switch hitter, which would be batting left, which it didn't matter, they're going to leave Jesse Hahn in. 1 more. 2-6 is a blank. Carlos Corporan 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 52. Ground ball
Out.
to short. Short. That's second base, dummy. All right. So let me see who they brought in for Jesse Hahn, if anyone. Let's see. So he is a lefty. Okay. So they do have lefties coming in. So Jesse Hahn was replaced by Eric O'Flaherty. So Eric O'Flaherty is going to enter the game, just like he did in real life, and see if he can do anything with these left-handers coming up with Adore and Martin. Possibly even Elvis and Prince Fielder if he can get that far. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are 2 outs. Eric O'Flaherty. Let's take a look at his stats. So he was 1-2, 8.10 ERA, 30 innings pitched, 47 hits, 21 Ks, 16 base on balls. And he just
Walk me. Good base on balls.
All right, Leotis Martin here, center fielder, is 0 for 3 today. 2 outs, no strategy. Lefty versus lefty. Let's see if O'Flaherty can get this guy out. 65 error possibility. 1-3. That's going to be a single into center field. No error. If roll is less than or equal to blah 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 blah. No. So no first to third.
Everybody clap your hands.
All right, so they brought him in to get Adore and Martin, and he got neither one of them. This guy hits much better against lefties than he does righties. So guess what's going to happen? Eric O'Flaherty. That's why he only played 20 games or 41. I guess 41 games is pretty respectable. Was not doing the job here with an 8.10 average. Only 30 innings pitched. Let's see if he's going to be replaced by. Really, I don't see him on here. Another lefty. Nope. Alright. Oh, there he is. Jesse Chavez. There we are. And notice I had already got the players' photos because I knew who I was based upon the real life, who was going to actually come in the game. So I was trying to get all their player photos. So he's coming in now to face a couple Elvis, Fielder, and Beltre. Hopefully just Elvis here with first and second, 2 outs. Another big situation for Texas. They've had plenty of opportunities. All right, Jesse Chavez with the 6-4 and gets Elvis. Let's see who's Texas is bringing up. We got a righty, lefty, righty. So Sam, goodbye Sam. Well, they're going to bring in Keona Kila, who they should have probably brought in to begin with. But the righty now will face off against Billy Butler. Billy Butler's 1 for 3, double, strikeout, and RBI. 55 and strike.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
So good call by the manager there for Texas. Ike Davis, who is 0 for 3 today. 25 and nothing. 66 is a single past the shortstop. One out. They want to sacrifice with Wet Lowry, huh? He's only a 3-bunter. He's 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, and a run. You know, I'm not gonna do that. He's only a base running a 1. I'm just gonna play it straight up. No sacrifice. I think that would be the wrong call there. Being up 4 to 1. 55. Well, I guess they should have sacrificed.
Great call.
All right. Well, anyways, Stephen Volt, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. He is a lefty. And they're going to weave in Keela. 32, error throw possibility. 31, that is going to be, who did it go to? Beltre is a 9. They rolled a 10, so no error on Beltre there. Whew. All right, top of 8, 4-1 Oakland. Chavez, the righty, pitch center fielder, 44. 45. That's going to be a ground ball to Lowry.
Out.
Lowry over to Davis for the out. 1 out. Adrian Beltre. 46. Hit by pitch. No, he's not. 55. That's going to be a ground ball to Davis at first. For the second out, Sinso Chu. 31. 62. That's going to be double.
And it's a double.
Sinso Chu's on the board with the double. All right. Rua, who's 0 for 2 with the walk. He is the left fielder. Big spot here. Ryan Rua. And what I'm going to look for is nope. He's not in. Who is pitching? It is a righty. I don't see. All right. Well, we're just going to have to play this by ear. I'm thinking I'm taking Rua out. Rua is the left fielder. Let's look at his. Can we look at his? Yeah, he's only batting 193. We're going to put in Josh Hamilton. We're going to bring in Josh Hamilton for Rua. Josh Hamilton also is a lefty against the righty. And He also hit 8 home runs, 25 RBIs, 50 games, batted .253. So, not what happened in real life. Let's see how it plays out for Texas. 1-5, no strikeout. 43, that's going to be a ground ball to short. That's going to end the inning. All right, Tequila. Well, we're going to have to replace old Keela here. We got righty, righty, lefty. Righty, righty, lefty. So we're going to bring in the righties first. Tomlinson. Oh, no, there is his save. That's their saver, huh? Well, um, they're going to bring in John Edwards, I think. You know what? Now we're going to bring in Sheppers. We're going to bring in Sheppers. Tannen Sheppers. I have to change some of the pitching issues because of lefty-righty matchups and when they can come in and stuff. So, and not everyone that's actually played in that game is not listed on here. So, and also the fact that they had Tomlinson coming in as the third pitcher, even though he was their saver. But anyways, our closer, sorry, keep calling him their savior. Hey, you are a savior. Hello. Anyways, Tammers, I was obviously not expecting to bring in Tanner. Tanner Sheppers. Come on, Tanner. Let's see what happens. He's going to be facing off against Semin here. Semin's 0 for 2 with a walk, 63, and Tanner comes in.
Struck him out!
Craig Gentry, 2 for 3 today. Having a good game. Having a really good game. 54, and look at Tanner. Tanner's come in and striking everyone out. Now we have 2 lefties. Well, he doesn't hit very well against righties, so we're actually going to leave Tanner in and see if he can get out the side. 56, wow, pitch, nothing. 61, oh, he
Walks, and that wasn't close.
All right, Eric Sogard, 1 for 4 with a double, a strikeout, and a run. Tanner, can we trust anybody? Let's see. 52. No strikeout. 62, and that's first and second. And Tanner come in, guns a-blazing, now he's run out of gas already. All right, we're going to take Tanner's out. We're going to bring in Tomlinson, just like they did in real life. And even though it's not a save opportunity, they're going to bring him in. It is bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. They need this out. So Tomlinson, and let's take a look at his. So he was 64, 35 saves, 2.99 ERA, 72 innings pitched, 66 hits, 76 strikeouts, and 12 base on balls. He got a 1-3 and
Walking, good base on balls.
And just like that, Oakland has bases loaded. Ooh, 2 outs. Again, big opportunity. But Tomlinson and no strikeout. He's facing Billy Butler, who's 1 for 4 with a double, 2 strikeouts, and an RBI. 2-5. Oh, I did. Sorry, 2-5. That's going to be a fly ball center. That ends the inning, and we're in the top of the
Remember to get your copy of the souvenir program.
So, Chavez is in there, huh? Savage is in there. Chavez. So, he's got a lefty, a switchy, and a lefty. he happens to be a righty. Let me check on something here. Yeah, they brought in Fernando Abed, who got no saves. He's a lefty, and they got a lefty, a switchy, and a lefty. So they're actually going to bring in Fernando Abad. All right, lefty on lefty matchup. Moreland 0 for 3 today. 2-4, and that's going to be nothing. 61. That's going to be a ground ball to second. You're out. First, 1 out. All right, Carlos Corporan. Notice I'm not replacing anybody for batting. There was only one person in this whole game that was pinch hit for. That was already been replaced, so I'm not going to replace anybody for Texas. I'm just going to let it play out. Carlos Corporan 1-3. That's at 20. Nothing. And a 5-6 is going to be ground ball to Davis.
Out!
2 outs, 4-1. And Adore, who is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run. Crowd's on their feet. And no strikeout even with the +10. 55, that's going to be a double.
And it's a double.
Well, up to another lefty here. Mark, 1 for 4 today. 1-4. This is a range play. This could be good, could be bad. Depends on who's it hit to. 33. That is hit to 4, which is Sogar here. 4.
Deep in the hole. Tough chance.
Tough chance deep in the hole.
Takes the hit away.
To first. What a play. Ends the game 4-1. Oakland defeats Texas and very, very good game. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, let's look at their box scores here. Where are the box scores? Pay, game stats. That's what I meant. All right, let's look at our box scores here. So, not bad, not bad. Yeah, like I said, if you've been watching some of my inside pitch baseball, just the fact that they have every single player on the team, and it's just crazy. It gives you too many choices. So I'm trying to play more along the lines of what happened. So it was Lewis, then Keela came in, then Tollinson came in, and then Felix came in, but he wasn't even in the list. So mostly, what had happened in the regular game, and then for Oakland, it was Hahn, then O'Flaherty, then Chavez, then Abad, just like that. There was only one person. It was Senso Chu actually that was pinch hit for by Jake Smolsky. Sorry, couldn't think of how to spell it. Jake Smolsky. But Smolsky wasn't on the list, so we used Josh Hamilton instead. But everybody else, there you go. In real life, the actual game ended up being Texas Rangers 3, Oakland Athletics 1. So interesting enough, nice slow, what's the word I'm looking for? A low scoring game, thank you. Had to think about it. My brain was not working. I might be having a stroke or something. But actually, it was 3 runs and 8 hits, and an error for Texas. 1 run on 5 hits and 1 run. Let's see how that compares. So it was 1 run on 7 hits and 2 errors by Texas. In our game, it was 3, 8, and 1. And the Athletics were 1 on 5 hits and 1 error. So they didn't have an error and they had a little more hits, which obviously tends to give you more runs. They had 1 run and 7 hits and 2 errors. Giving up that extra error obviously gives them opportunities to get more runs as well. So well done. Like it. So winner was Jesse Hahn. Colby Lewis was the loser, and a bad with the save. So no home runs hit in the game, and still 5 runs scored. Not bad, not bad. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.